Now, of course, all this is kind of going to not matter much after the update, because I don't see playing in a world without the Myrrh, whatever the hell they are. I think the hounds deliberately don't come when they're due just to mess with you. So we should have, I think, 5 days left of winter. We could get the bunnies. We've got quite a bit, but the problem with that, well, I don't know. Once we get the update, it's really going to matter to have beard hair and stuff like that is the problem. Because there's no point in going into another world with, well, I may not even go into another world with Wickerbottom, to tell you the truth. It'd be easier to go in with Wilson and all his stuff. And if Wilson goes into a new world, he'll wind up with the McTuss. So Wickerbottom's world will probably end with the update. So, crap, I'm not carrying you-know-what for grass, am I? What do I use all the grass up for? Hell, oh, the farms ate it all up. It's one of those things I do about once in a blue moon and I never think about. Now, somebody asked me if the grass, sticks, everything out in nature that you haven't dug up and transplanted continues to turn out stuff without being fertilized. And to the best of my knowledge, it does. It always has. That's one reason why I'm kind of sloppy about some things and do the whole organic thing, although mostly I'm just lazy and sloppy. Alright, that was all I want. Well, we can grab their grass since it's really put together. That's one reason I never grabbed all this. There's a couple of things. With the advent of winter, you can kind of save yourself some grief by leaving a lot of your natural environment alone. So you can just go grab the stuff whenever you want it. And I've tried not to spawn any turkeys. I mean, I can kill them now easy. But early on, and you can drop something and they'll focus on it and you can come whack them, and I am just terrible at that. I have the most terrible luck. Now that little forest over there, I was thinking Deerclop stood there for the longest time and tried to get to this pig village, and I was thinking about setting him on fire over there. However, the whole fire dart and all that kind of stuff, like it's kind of bad to refer to him for it, but he was the first one to do it. But Riptide Pow did that, and the reason it's bad to refer to him is I'm not going to say anything good about it. But I think he'd be the first one to understand that. But, you know, he was in a one-night stand with the game, to put it bluntly. And he had to test stuff, and it wasn't like he was going to be... Shit, I wanted to get this other stuff too here. Yeah, I wanted to get the honey. I'm real bad about not getting it just because I don't feel like dicking around with the putting the armor on. But anyway, when he did the fire darts, it didn't matter if he burned up all his berry bushes and his grass plants, yada, yada, yada. I mean, I'm sure philosophically it did, but as far as an actual long-term game, no, it didn't. But, so, while fire darts may be entertaining with a big one-eyed and stinky, they're probably not the best road to travel.
Get off me, B. Let me put this shit in the refrigerator and go do my stuff. And you made me say shit again. I'm going to edit all the shits out of all of these, you little shit. So anyway. But it occurred to me I hadn't done squat for exploring, and that was one of the things I went, oh shoot, I'd like to have that shovel. Like, my God, there's a lot of flowers out there. I just, you know, this world's going to be gone no matter what, because obviously nobody's going to want to watch one without the mermen, mer things, mer its in it. So, short life and a merry one for worlds right now. And I don't think I found the crank thing in this world. But like I said, Wilson's got the whole machine. He's back. There the little assholes are. After all this time, I swear to God, there's something in the AI that knows when you go out to do something. Let me hang. I'm going to pause, and it's not because of hounds. It's just to suck down some soda.
Mountain Dew. I have been so tired lately. Hopefully winter is over here. Usually we get some really crappy, really cold, rainy stuff towards the end of March, but maybe the worst is over. So I need my armor on, basically, is about it. I've got bee mines down. Squoggies! Squoggies, doggies. Where are you, doggies? Ha ha! I have a surprise for you. Are you surprised, doggies? I'm not surprised. How many doggies do we have? Quite a few. Bad doggies. Did you think I feared you? Ooh, a red gem. That will be a magical fire staff. Because that's what the game needed, was magic. Now, I'm not opposed to magic, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of bummed about the sandbox updates, though, to tell you the truth. I was, but you know, the sandbox, like Minecraft, is like forever. And and again, the Minecraft comparison, but you know, it's one of the closer games to this. But they did, they're still doing updates on Minecraft. They just did, fireworks, which were kind of cool. I actually thought about going back into Minecraft and doing the fireworks, but you know, hell, there were a lot of videos there, and once you make them and shoot them off, and probably one of the easiest ways to do them was in creative anyway, so it was kind of like, eh. But like I said, it was completely cool. Don't get me wrong about that. But I was kind of hoping for like, you know, a sandbox update, new creatures, new animals, new whatever for 6 months, every 2 weeks for 6 months, or, you know, occasionally or something. And I guess there will be whatever quote-unquote bleeds over from, what do I want to say? I need to write down this date too. Sure as hell is. Alright. Well, let's go explore. And we'll talk along the way.
I love to go wandering along the mountain track, and as I go, I love to sing an knapsack on my back. Valkyrie, and see, the Valkyries are what always screws me up. I can't do a good Valkyrie. And don't even get me on a Valkyrie, ha 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 ha. I'm just no damn good at those. You can actually Google that song, it's a Hefty Wonder. I used to do it in junior high school in boys choir. I was the only bass singer in the choir. Which is why they put up with me, because I'm completely freaking tone deaf. And, well, we should have done this sooner.
And I don't think we have Beefalo here, but we do have a wormhole. So we've got to pop through the wormhole. And I will say it now because it doesn't matter, and she's, you know, but when Shannon Z Killer did her, and she did an absolutely superb live stream. Live streams are kind of on my mind. I'm sure they're on your mind. But she did a superb live stream. But every time she came to a damn wormhole, it was like, should I go through it? Should I go through it? Should I go through it? It was like, please go through the goddamn wormhole. But that's probably just me. I'm kind of an asshole, so. Okay, a swamp. We never have found Chester, but if we go through the machine, that's kind of a moot point also. And you probably noticed from most of my videos, well, where are we on the map? I think there's part of the machine. My God, we just got another big chunk. See, this is something I'm curious about on adventure. Now, this is too far for you to see, but there is a part to the Maxwell machine there. There is one there. There is one there. So we have there, 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 and there is one in here somewhere. So, and we need another one because that's just the base. So it's because that's the head, that's the very base of it, that's the ring, and that was the thing with the slot machine lever. So there's a crank thing somewhere. But I've explored this much of the world, and I'm not opposed to this system, don't get me wrong. But it seems to me to go through 6 levels of adventure, you would have to explore every map. I mean, all of every map for for 6 levels, which is going to be a job job. And then if they put in an update to adventure mode, don't you have to start through the whole thing? I mean, you wouldn't have to, but isn't that the point, to redo the whole thing all over again, all 6 worlds? I think it was Frodo wasn't sure where all his pieces were, and I mentioned to him that all of mine had been in square areas like this. He didn't pick them up, which, you know, I haven't picked them up. I think I picked up one. All right, this one here. Yeah, now see, this one I won't be able to find because it was very much like the surrounding area. And I actually put a trap in it, so we should be able to find it. That's it right there. Now see, that one you wouldn't be able to find because it pretty much blends in with everything else. But the head was right in there. And that's pretty distinctive from the rest. That was that farm plot area. And Wagaze's was in a farm plot area, the head specifically. So I think that's part of the pattern. Although I imagine it would be intelligent to change it from world to world. And that's, well, there you've got the base. Now the ring is very distinctive because it's a flipping ring. It's a circle. So all but 3 of the 4, well, one of them you'd know from the base anyway, but of the others, 2 of the 3 are fairly distinctive. And so if you hadn't picked up the piece, the only one you might not find is that one. And so anyway, that was just a thought, and it might help some people. But Wilson will have the Matus in whatever world he goes to. Plus, he's going to have a whole bunch of other crap too. And fooling around in the swamp without a real helmet on as Wickerbottom. That's another thing. If you play Wolfgang, you know, keep in mind when you switch to somebody else that they don't take hits from tentacles like old Wolfie does. What the hell was behind that tree? Rocks. I got the, oh, that crank thing will be in a square with a bunch of other, you know, with some kind of structures. Now, my experience with Chester lately has been he's been in forest anyway, so I was just snagging some reeds while I was out here. Wolfgang's world will probably go away. It was just to do winter in, and Wiki said about the there's a colophont, which doesn't really matter. Wiki said that foliage or whatever you want to call it, not grass specifically, but in general, anything that grows didn't grow in the winter time. And it evidently grows, it just grows slower. So the winter wasn't the challenge I thought it'd be. If I hadn't found the beefalo, it would have been more of a challenge. I never intended to play a non-summer world forever, so I might go back there just to see what I can do with beehives. Oh, you know what? It's very likely that crank thing is in swamp. Although maybe the ring counted for that nonsense. I don't want to fart around with Wickerbottom in the forest at night.
Wow, she really bonused out on all these stagnant pools or whatever the hell they call them. Probably just pools. Boy, you could just mosquito your arse off up here. I was kind of bummed that I missed my timing on those damn mosquitoes. Although I don't know how much they would have done with as many as you get at over 100 days. Oh, that's why Wickerbottom's got so many. She's definitely way past the limit.
Do you have any suggestions besides, you know, the very obvious on what to take into the new, what Wilson ought to take into the new world? Feel free. Yeah, obviously he's taking beard hair. I don't know what else. Obviously flintstone. I don't know. Yeah, it depends. Stone's maybe not that essential.